case, and I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. I think it's legally weak for Johnny Depp because, first of all, defamation cases are notoriously hard to prove, particularly when you have public figures like celebrities. But the bigger issue I have is there are these 3 statements from the Washington Post op-ed, and it's so vague. Right? So vague about what she's actually addressing that when you talk about domestic abuse, it can be anything, right? It can be psychological, it can be verbal, it can be physical, it can be sexual. So when you hear Isaac Baruch saying he's noticing this on the floor, if the jury even believes that there might have been some physical confrontation, then they're going to say, this wasn't a deliberately false article that she wrote. Something must have happened, right? And that's the concern I have with Johnny Depp's claim when I'm hearing testimony like this. What do you think?
I don't know. I do think that defamation cases are notoriously hard to prove for people who are public figures. However, I do think that it is clear that that she was talking about him in that article because of the fact that they had settled their divorce they filed in 2016, settled in 2016, 2017 is when it's finalized by the judge. They issue a joint statement. And then she goes on in 2018 to write this op-ed. I think the issue of what abuse is, I'm going to possibly bet on the idea that they're going to have a definition for the jury of what that is. I would hope that they would, because otherwise, you're right, it is open to interpretation. But I think the other point here that's really important is that she withdrew her domestic violence petition. And so there has been no finding against him for domestic abuse. And so, and the contextual nature of what was going on at the time, her movie was being released and that she was making this statement in such a way that it very much implicated Johnny Depp.
Maybe. And maybe we're too early in the case. Maybe I'm too early in the case to see it. It's just what I'm looking from the outside that I see as a problem with his claim here. Because, again, he didn't have to bring this lawsuit, but he chose to do it. Okay, it's different than where we have criminal trials and the defendants don't have a choice. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll see what's happening in court and clearly a lot more to discuss.